So hard.
I can't sing Hooray for Hollywood over this.
The graveyard shift.
The graveyard shift.
Hooray for Hollyweir's out. This is in.
This could be it. This could be the song. I need this to stop. Okay, here we go. Hooray for Hollyweird. Everybody. Coming to you live from a hotel room in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's out there thotting it up in Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. We're thotting it out here. I had some sushi. That's gonna fuck me up. All I could think about is I have like meetings the next 2 days here. And all I could think about was like, what are the odds that I get food poisoning from that sushi and then have to just not even go to the meeting?
You and I have known each other for several years and have had many a conversation about shitting. I don't think you or I have ever gone on a single trip where we haven't texted the other being like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. That is probably accurate.
So you're in for a long day tomorrow.
What in the world? Okay, now I'm back in focus. The lighting situation here is abysmal. So sorry about that. And sorry about my lack of preparation for this episode. So be forewarned. But before we start, got a couple things. First, we're audibling this episode.
Oh. I thought you were like springing this on me right now.
Oh, no. Would not have been surprised. Lexi pointed out that there is a third Salem's Lot movie, and why aren't we doing that for the boot or reboot this month? So that's what we're going to do. A triple boot of Salem Lot. Salem Lot 2004. I don't know why I'm calling it Salem. Salem's Lot 2004 and Salem's Lot 2024. 20 years later.
20 years later.
Yep. And then I'm coming up with a boot or reboot criteria that I think we should grade the movies by. So listeners, if you have any feedback of what that criteria should be, let me know. Right now I have rewatchability, length, the film itself, movie making, the storytelling. How did they tell the story for a reboot? The ending, special effects, and then casting and acting.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
So that's 1. 2, I was at the airport today. I flew to Philadelphia because I'm a brat and refused to drive.
Isn't it like 2 hours?
No, it's like 4 hours, but a little over 4 hours. But
4 hours isn't fucking shit.
I ain't driving 4 hours through New York and New Jersey. Yeah, no, thank you.
Your energy is like so dialed down right now. I like don't even know how to work with it.
It is. I'm so tired and I have a headache. But we're going to get through this episode. I'm going to get wound up here in a second because we got... Oh, the airport. There's a story about this. So, shout out to the Bill Simmons podcast and his concept that he does twice a year called Half-Baked Ideas with Kevin Wiles. I came up with a half-baked idea today.
Okay.
Half-baked idea is an idea that you can't really do, but it would be great if you did it.
Every idea I've ever had in my life.
Yes, you are the queen of half-baked ideas. But they have to be a little... Oh, no, I guess yours kind of fall into the half-baked idea, too. So, like, one of the examples for their half-baked ideas was Kevin Wild said, bread at the grocery store sucks because it's either super hard or you get the stuff in the bag that can, like, last 10 months, and that sucks. And he said, what if we had, like, ice cream trucks that went around your streets at 5 p.m. right around dinner, and you could buy a fresh and they pre-slice it. They pre-slice it for you. Like, hey, I need 7 slices of bread, and he comes out, gives you slices of bread.
I'm loving it.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's a half-baked idea. Here's my half-baked idea. A store in the airport Okay. What words do I use for this? The airport you're leaving from, right? So I flew from Hartford. So in the Hartford airport, there's a store that sells like tchotchkes and merch from all of their departing flight destinations. So that way, dads that forget to buy something for their kids can stop at this store in Hartford and be like, oh shit, I forgot. Let me pick up the Philadelphia keychain for my son.
Yeah. An even easier way to do this would just be to have like name keychains.
With the cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could
Or just a name.
anything. No, just sell anything. Shirts, merch, whatever.
I would, dude, literally just get a shirt. I don't know, like that says my dad went on a trip and forgot about me and got me this at the airport. Like
that would be good too. You could do that side too. You could do that side too. All right. So this week we announced the Audible. This week we replaced Salem's Lot with Secret Window, a movie that Lexi's been hyping up for quite a while for the braces.
Hyping up or just talking about?
Well, you glow when you talk about it. You have a glow when you talk about this.
1 second, please.
What is that?
It's the corn
Oh, is that the
bike.
corn? Is that the corn? That's a good drop. That's a good drop.
We'll be
Good
using
job.
that.
Good job by you.
Thank you.
So we got Running Man, Dolores Claiborne, and Secret Window, which I just said.
Secret Window.
Running
Wait,
Man.
I'm so sorry. You did something. You changed your setting. It sounded great. Then you did something else, and now it's like weird again in a different way.
Hang on. So let's start with Running Man. I'm not going to go deep into Running Man. I forced you to watch Running Man because it's an action movie. It's not a horror movie. I can't believe Stephen King wrote this book. But as I mentioned, very different vibes. What are your thoughts on The Running Man?
I hated it. And also, I wanted to say at the start of this, of these 3 movies, one of them is good.
Which one?
I thought we would be in total agreement. I think there is a clear movie that's like, yeah, this is actually a good movie.
I think all of these movies are great. I loved all of them. I loved all of them so much. You're going to catch a lot of shit for The Running Man, though. But, guys, show her some grace, please. She's
going through a lot.
She's a youngster going through it. Can't get a freaking job.
To save my life.
We're working on it. But
someone
Daddy
hire
Sean might
me.
have fucked that up.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, that I did not. Yeah, that was you riling me up all the time.
Hey, I didn't do nothing to nobody.
No, you did not. You did not. This is a what am I trying to say? This is a legal statement, legally binding statement. Lexi has had no part in my attacks.
To those interested parties, I didn't know.
We know you're snooping.
I denounce whatever it is that Sean's like DMing you in the middle of the night. I have nothing to do with that.
That sounds so much worse than DMing people in the middle of the night. Anywho, yeah, so that's fun. So what? Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Richard Dawson, got Jesse Ventura.
I just fucking hate Arnold, I think.
Arnold is a very, very, very bad actor. It's crazy.
And he's not hot either. So why is he famous?
Because the 80s were so fucking weird because we were just like, if you're jacked, that's all we fucking care about. Get on steroids and then come talk to us.
I have never loved like a super muscular man.
I mean, from my understanding, is it's not that appealing because A, they're not going to eat junk food with you, and B, like you kind of want some softness to cuddle with, you know?
Who's ever wanted just like a rock hard fucking body next to them?
No one. And that's why the early 80s, before the beefcakes rolled in, the early 80s were great because it was just women obsessed with men's butts. Actually, no, that was more the 90s. That was more the 90s.
I've
Late
never,
80s,
you
early
and I,
90s.
you and I have had this conversation before because Sean's dragging a wagon and it like wears it with pride. And like anytime we've ever been around each other, he like bumps into something and is like, oops. But like a man's ass has never done it. Like, who gives a shit when
Really?
women's asses are like right there?
Oh, see, I think we got to bring that back because in the early 90s, women loved the butts. The butt, dude, that's why in those 90s movies, they would always show like Patrick Swayze's bare ass and women went gaga over it.
Who has ever looked at a man's fucking ass and been like, Mamma mia, may I? Like, no.
Well, it's all I've got to work with. So let's encourage people to go the opposite route here. I've got a donker that don't quit, baby. And I'm selling that thing out here in Philly.
Yeah, fucking one time Sean like ran. I don't remember. I was like sitting on the couch or something, and Sean like walked past me and his ass hit me, and I was like, dog. And he was like, this thing's got a mind of its own. Sorry.
I just be swinging that thing around.
It'd be swinging you around.
it does. You catch it on a bad day, that the weight just spins me around after it goes. Like centrifugal force.
But even so, with this, I guess I don't like know men's bodies. If you're like a bodybuilder, like you don't have an ass, I'm sure. It has to be like 2 fucking bricks.
Oh yeah, like there's yeah. I mean, I think that's a good question. Do they have donkers?
Ladies, let me hear from ya. Does anyone give a fuck about a man's ass? Like seriously. And it's like if you're near a man, you're probably close to a woman as well. And wouldn't you rather be looking at that?
Oh well, yeah, certainly. No photos of Arnold, but oh yeah, he does not really have a butt. Wait, I take that back. His butt's looking pretty good in the Terminator.
Who gives a fuck? A man's ass is nothing more than a man's ass, you know?
I mean, I think everyone's got the same kind of ass, right?
But why is it hot on women?
I don't know. Mommy issues.
What does your mother's ass have to do with anything?
Anyway, The Running Man, Bakersfield, California. What a setting for a movie. Plot is Arnold Schwarzenegger is he's not falsely. He's framed for slaughtering a group of protesters and rioters. They send him to jail. He escapes jail. A guy from a game show where they kill people is like, I want that guy on my show. So they get him on the show, and that's the movie. And Arnold kills a bunch of themed baddies, like Sub-Zero, who's a hockey player, Buzzsaw Dynamo. Hey, you Christmas tree. That was good. Follow me, light bulb.
It's hideous.
He's so stupid.
We need those.
My favorite quote, though, was from Richard Dawkins when Arnold finally gets to him. And he goes, oh, you look pissed, man. After trying to murder him. But yeah, so what you're not a fan. Not a fan?
It's not my style. I just kept thinking about Blade Runner.
Yeah, there was a lot of these like 80s. Yeah. It's Blade Runner. It's Escape from New York. It's all of those.
Yeah, I just find it very hard to like sink my teeth into something like that.
Yeah, that's true. It is not.
Give
It's
me
not something
give
to sink your
me
teeth into.
a cob of corn, perhaps.
Wait,
And
so what do we even want to talk about the Running Man?
I mean, you can speak your piece on it.
I don't really have much to say.
Is this a short story or a novel?
It's a novel, I think.
It's a fucking novel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But it's a totally different story in the novel. Yeah, it's a novel.
I also saw that they're remaking this year.
They are, with that guy from Twisters that's in everything now, Glenn Powell.
Love him.
Love him too. He is Arnold's role. Except the plot of Running Man takes place in 2025.
It does.
The novel. What was I trying to say? What were we talking
Casting
about?
Arnold as sex appeal. Like, what are we doing? Like with Glenn Powell, we're like moving in a better direction, I guess.
But see, that's the thing. This wasn't sex appeal. This was literally for men, which
is so clear now that you say
it. It's an interesting concept. That they're like, hey, you know what men want to see? Big, juicy beefcakes running around.
What? I think that's more true than people like to admit.
Probably. I'm trying to find this out. The story protagonist. Yeah, so similar story to the movie. The new one though takes place like they're everywhere. Like anywhere he's running through the city and anyone can kill him.
I love the idea of like writing a book or a movie about a man who runs and calling it The Running Man.
Only really Mr. King can pull that off. Yeah, and you know, the reason I don't have much to say about this is because I actually just really wanted to make you watch it is really the main thing and see if you liked it.
It's just like, I don't know if it's just an association thing in my brain. I mean, obviously atmosphere, time period, whatever, kind of similar, but like Blade Runner, Running Man blended together in my head for the rest of time now.
Wait, so yeah, so I don't have a lot to say about Running Man, and it's very not Stephen King, so it doesn't even like fit the vibes of the show. So that's why I'm kind of like,
I was cracking up talking about, I was like, yeah, Sean's picks are Dolores Claiborne, Secret Window, and The Running Man. Like, no one has ever picked those three King movies together in the history of the world.
Never. Absolutely not. That would be fucking the dumbest shit in the world, and I did it. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go Dolores Claiborne or do you want to go to Secret Window?
It's your week.
It is. I'm really excited to talk about Dolores Claiborne. Wait, so which one is the best movie that you
Dolores.
Oh, okay. Dolores Claiborne released March 24th, 1995. $13 million budget, $46 million box office. Pretty big success. I remember this movie when I was a kid because I remember the trailers. And as I talked about last week, Stephen King just had a hold on us in the 90s. So you see Kathy Bates, you see Stephen King, you're like, oh, we got Misery 2.0 here. Not that I had seen Misery, but I was like, oh my God, they're back and they're together. Like I vividly remember I had that thought. Like I was like, well, put this on the watch list, baby.
What a tonal shift.
Yeah. Kathy Bates acting her ass off.
Okay, question though. The accent. Because here's the thing, right? You're a lifelong New Englander.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were a couple of things that could have gone into this, right? I do know people who speak like this, like for sure. Like when I went to Portland, Maine a few times, and it's like, yeah, there were locals there who literally sounded like this. Like this is like a real thing. One, I watched it with subtitles on, and the script of this is so crazy, and it's like it makes sense for the movie, but it's like, geez, crabby. And like, it's in the geez, crabby written on my screen. And then hearing like the fake accent and knowing that Kathy Bates like doesn't sound like that. It was a lot to like move past.
It was rough. Her accent was rough, and so was John C. Reilly's, who would only do it occasionally.
Why is he in this?
I don't.
His accent changed in like every scene.
Every single scene, he could not deal with the New England accent at all. He was struggling. You got John C. Reilly, you got Christopher Plummer, you got Judy Parfitt, who plays Vera, and Jennifer Jason Leigh, who I guess I don't know who Jennifer Jason Leigh is.
I always think it's Juliette Lewis.
Oh, see, I just don't know. I think of like 4 other actresses, and it's never her.
Yeah, I always get her and Juliette Lewis confused in like the roles that they've played. When I looked at her IMDb, obviously The Hitcher and Single White Female are like the heavy hitters. But then there's this movie called Eyes of a Stranger that she did that is a movie. Is fucking bizarre. I think I told you about it when I watched it because I feel like it was probably 2021. The plot of the movie is like this girl and her sister live together, but the Jennifer Jason Leigh is the younger sister, and as a child, topically to Dolores Claiborne, she was like sexually assaulted, and it caused her to go deaf and blind. And then they're living in this apartment, and there's this guy that's obsessed with her sister who's like a news reporter. And then she gets sexually assaulted again, but her senses come back from it. And then the sisters like kill him together. Eyes of a Stranger.
I'm putting it on my list to watch.
Fucking crazy. And also I haven't watched it in years, but I know that like her getting her senses back is for sure what happens, but I don't remember how the rest of the movie plays out. But that part sticks out to me like a sore thumb.
That's so crazy. I'm gonna put it on my watch list.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I mix her up. But the movie did well. Pretty positive reviews for it, and another collab after Misery here, her second Stephen King flickaroo.
When I was looking at it on Letterboxd, I don't know that I've ever seen a movie overwhelmingly be so loved on that app.
Okay.
Which was a little surprising to me.
That is a little surprising. I mean, it is a good movie though. It was legitimately good, which is kind of crazy. But was it good? Yeah, it was. Like, I really liked it.
Well, I fucking love like a 90s thriller, like Ashley Judd, what's his nuts, Kurt Russell. I'm so into that. And this is like a subdued version of that. Like, it has that atmosphere in it. So like I'm already all in. It was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Weird.
Very weird. Very weird movie.
And why is John C. Reilly in it?
I don't know. I wonder how early in his career this was. It had to be pretty early.
Well, he looks the exact same in it as he's looked his entire life.
Yeah. The director encountered a few obstacles making this, including forgetting to get Stephen King's approval because they changed the story. And also, he couldn't find Little Tall Island and was trying to find it and couldn't to shoot the movie there. And Stephen King called him and was like, "Hey, idiot, that place does not exist."
That's us.
I write novels.
That's us.
More of a psychological thriller here. The story of Dolores Claiborne, a lady. She had a tough life, this Dolores.
Hold on. Let me ask you a fucking question. Psychological thriller, psychological horror. What do you define that as? Because that gets thrown around left and right.
It does, because it used to be psychological thrillers and horrors used to be more like basically mysteries, right? Like, what's going to happen here? But maybe a little bit more violence, maybe a little more gruesome. And then that weird A24 thing happened and people started calling that psychological horror, which it's not. It's not.
It's just like, what does it mean? Anything that's not a slasher or like
I think it's more of like a mystery tone, like Nightcrawler with Gyllenhaal was kind of in that vein. I reference that one a lot, but like this one, it's like, well, we don't know what's going on. The mystery is the part I think that it is.
okay.
Like this like unsolved heady thing where you're like, who is it? Is it this person? Is it? Oh, the old switcheroo. She was molested. Which let's just get into it now. Move over, Mr. Craven, because Stephen King has something to tell you here.
He does. He certainly does.
By the way, the director, I need to say this before we get into this crazy aspect of the story. The director was, the screenwriter, when he was writing this movie, he got really turned off by certain scenes.
I would hope so.
Hey, apparently it's when she throws her own shit around a room, which is in the book. So let's cut that. All right. Let's start with stuff people don't want to see. Gross poop. Watching a little girl give a man a hand job. Keeping it. Final cut.
It's fucking crazy. And like this kind of goes back to, I forget what we were talking about. It might have been a Patreon episode talking about like sexual assault and like rape in movies. Now, it was probably during West Month. Come on, let's be honest here. But this one was just like, dog, this one just made my tummy sink. And like, it was like, I don't think we needed to go this far with it because it's like, you see it. It's so long. Like the scene is so long.
You didn't at all. It was so unnecessary and fucking crazy, which by the way, again, this director or this writer, he also, the other thing he didn't like, aside from that scene, which he had to keep, he said Stephen King told the story all wrong. It was it has some really fascinating angles, but the whole narrative was one long slog of a monologue from Dolores, which made it feel one-dimensional. And to be honest, raw and unrevised.
Ooh.
Yeah. What a fucking dickhead. What
it's his, dickhead. He creates his story. Like,
yeah, it's fucking nuts. Hey, how about don't worry about it? How about that?
Literally. Why don't you take a seat, bud? What else have you done in your career?
There's this crazy, I should look him up. He's probably like a super famous. Let's see what he's done. Oh, he's basically just done the Bourne movies.
No one gives a fuck about you, dipshit. Love Hollyweird.
He did Armageddon, The Devil's Advocate. And this was his second movie. Oh my God. He produced Nightcrawler.
That's so funny.
But yeah, no, that scene there. So essentially what we have here is Dolores Claiborne is arrested for murder. She's not really arrested. She's literally just hanging out. The police are like, just stay in your house. Just don't come out.
Stephen King, like the dark half.
Like the dark half and like fucking Secret Window. The police show up to fucking Johnny Depp and they're like, hey, I know you killed people. Just stay in your house.
That's what I would do if I were a cop.
You're giving everyone the willies. Just keep it indoors, pal. Just no one's getting arrested ever. But Dolores is arrested for the murder of Vera, a woman who she tended the house for. Her daughter, who she had not seen in... I know the daughter hadn't been to town in 15 years. I can't remember when the last time she saw Dolores. She comes in. Hey, guess what her profession is?
She's a writer.
She's a writer.
Love that.
Hanging out in Maine, just writing in Maine. This guy, is Stephen King a good writer, or is he just constantly
When you boil it down, it's the same story told different ways.
Dude.
And we'll get
Secret
into
Window.
that. Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right. It's literally the same movie. That's so crazy. It blew my mind. I was like, what am I doing?
And it has Timothy Hutton in it. Like, what are we doing?
Do you think I guess I'll say, do you think Timothy was like, hey, have I done this before?
That's
Having
so
fucking acid flashbacks, being like, wait, what?
That's so fucking funny.
Then he saw the corn scene and was like, nah, I'm good.
I definitely did not do that.
But yeah, so Dolores and her daughter comes up, and her daughter obviously does not believe her. And then we learn that there's this deeper story of Dolores having also been the suspect in the murder of her husband. And the story is told through all of these flashbacks. Are flashbacks... Does Stephen King do a lot of flashbacks, or are his books so hard to adapt that they're just like, we have to do a million flashbacks? Like, it obviously, for sure, I know that one, right? Those flashbacks are in the book.
I
Like,
mean, in a book, it's so easy to just go chapter to chapter.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know that I love the way that the flashbacks are executed in this one.
Well, because they literally do like a whoosh.
Yeah. Like we're going to
okay,
Oz.
I got it. I understand. Trust me. The house, they literally use different types of film for
Yes.
flashbacks and so we know. We know.
We know.
You don't have to zoom in and
Yeah. For one, Selena's 8 years old in this scene.
yeah.
Like,
And so we're told these stories of flashbacks, and it's basically Dolores being like, well, here's what really happened, which is a mindfuck. And Selena is like, hey, mom, shut the fuck up. And rightfully so, because the daughter shows up and suddenly the mom's like, yeah, I'll tell you everything. And then is like, your dad was a drunk and hit me with a piece of lumber in the kitchen. And she's like, mom,
So
you're full of
random.
shit.
well, yeah, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. The pacing of that, it was very strange. And like, I don't tell the story however the fuck you want. But yeah, her daughter, they're just like talking, and Kathy Bates is like, oh, cheese and crackers. By the way.
By the way,
Daughter
because like
beat
the daughter,
shit out of me.
yeah.
Where it's like, what?
And it's always so funny because the daughter, it's always set up in the worst way, which is like Selena, the daughter, being like, well, at least dad never hit you. And then Dolores being like, you don't remember? Cue flashback. And you're like, oh, okay. And then like even when the cop is like after Dolores and Selena's like, hey, you just made a real bad enemy. And Dolores is like, don't you remember, Selena? Flashback. Everything is like, oh, you don't remember that? And then it cuts back to Selena being like, I never knew that. Why are you telling me this? And one of the things she reveals is that her dad, the word she uses, okay. Oh shit. See, I don't want to misspeak this. The word she uses, and I think it's in the flashback. I think she's talking to the daughter, and she's like, did he touch you?
It's something. It's something.
But she uses the word touch. She uses the word touch. So I'm like, oh God, that's fucking
No,
rough.
it's something. It's coming back to me now. It's something like weirder than that. I think she's like, has he been getting after you, or something like weird like that?
Yeah, but she says touched her to somebody for sure, because I quoted it because I was like, why did we say that? Why did we say touch? That was a thing. Did they touch
That
you?
was.
Wait, what? That's so vague.
I think that's
and fucking
like
weird.
almost still a thing.
Oh, it's very fucking weird way to put it. I think we should
Yeah, I
make
don't
that
like
a little
it.
clearer to children. Because that's a very confusing thing to say. But whatever. So you have that and you're like, ooh, that sucks. And then at that point, still, you're like, you're not sure if Dolores is lying about this stuff. There's potential that she's just telling all these stories to protect herself because all the evidence is pointing to that Dolores has killed her husband and Vera.
Well, seriously, that was not my impression of it. Like, I trusted Dolores from the second the movie started. I was like, she's no bullshit. She's no bullshit girl. I trust her. She has integrity.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
like, it's not fully revealed how the husband was found, like, kind of, but also he was a drunk who fell down a well. That is what happened. Like, yes, it was strategically done, but it is what happened. And I don't know how she could have even been charged with murder or like tried for that.
No, for sure not. Yeah, my note here is very early on is I call her DC in my notes. DC is a fucking queen.
Yeah, we love her.
She was so fucking sick and just a back talker, a sassy lady. And I loved the Kathy Bates mom walk. The way she walked was the most like older mom walk of all time. It was like this waddle. And she would trip all the time. And I was like, I wonder if that was an acting choice. Like when she's like trying to walk through like the rocky area and she keeps like, she keeps like jerking around. And I'm like, is that intentional? I
think it is because she does in DC, she does create like a whole person. Like it's like, you know, this woman, you know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. And she is, I feel like I might need to go through her filmography and just watch them all because I really am a sucker for Kathy Bates.
I mean, she goes all in and she takes you with her.
She rocks. Did you ever see that video of her getting one of her awards? And she was like, the one thing, she like starts crying and she's like, me and my mom didn't get along and we didn't speak to each other. And when I won the Oscar, I didn't thank her and she died. So now I'm like upset because I'll never be able to like thank her and stuff like that. And then the news person that she's interviewing her is like, no, you did thank her. And like shows her a clip and like Kathy Bates just starts sobbing and is like,
"Aww,"
and is like, oh my God, I'm so happy. She's like, this whole time I thought I never thanked her. She's like, I thought I forgot to thank her. And the reporter's like, no, you for sure thanked your mom. Like, I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. I also, one of my other favorite scenes is the detective that goes to take a DNA sample from Dolores Claiborne. No gloves, just raw dog and hair samples. Dude, hey, I have to pluck this from your head with my bare hand and shove it into a plastic container that John C. Reilly has. Just an empty pill container, his fucking Adderall container.
John C. Reilly has doofy energy in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, he is a doofy guy. I think that would be safe to say. Also, a Lexi quote that made me laugh out loud when I was watching it was, she comes home and the house, the teens around town had smashed her house because she's a killer and everyone hates her. And she sees the broken window and she goes, I need to go to the store to buy glass and putty and who knows what else. Glass and putty to fix a window. I was like, the only person that would think that that's how you fix a window is Lexi. Better go to the store and get some glass and putty.
I would listen to Dolores before I'd listen to you on how to fix a window.
Well, that's fucking crazy because she fixes it with an axe. So by fixing it, I mean not just smashing it. But yeah, so she's charged for this, and we get a lot of backstory about who Dolores is, what potentially happened here. And it's all through these flashbacks of her telling this to her daughter or the police. And then they do this reveal, like we mentioned, with the daughter being touched by the father. And you're like, ooh, and your stomach fucking sinks. And you're like, that's fucking gross. And you're like, I hope that's the end of that. And it kind of is. It kind of is. Because the daughter freaks out and is like, what the fuck? And then the daughter takes a ferry home and has a PTSD flashback where we have to sit through 5 minutes of her father taking her hand and putting it in his fucking pants to jerk him off.
And it's not even like you see these scenes, and not to fucking compare. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? But it's like Last House on the Left, the rape scene in Last House on the Left, right? That is like graphic and gratuitous. But this is like worse somehow.
This is way worse. And I know where you're going with this, which is like, obviously this is like the most evil thing on earth, right? But what's weird about it is how they're doing it. So he's not being overtly evil or angry. He's not angry at all. He's very calm and like looking around to be like, no one's here. And like, that's
and
the fucked up part.
You could have cut it like 2 minutes earlier. You could have shaved so much time off of the scene for it to have the same punch.
Dude, when he takes her hand and is like, your hands are cold, rubbing them, that's all I fucking needed.
Literally all you need.
Point received, point taken, understood. Guy's a fucking pederast. Fucking kill him.
And then it just keeps going.
It just keeps going. Doesn't stop.
Horrific.
It really fucking is. But here's the weird part. Why do we need to know this? Like, is this was the pin for her where she's like, oh, my mom was telling the truth?
Yeah.
Is that what it's for? Is that because I was waiting for like the big reveal, because after that happens, Dolores goes to court to represent herself, which is so fun. Judge is like, are you sure you want to represent yourself? And she's like, yeah.
Well, they're not. It's not even like a judge. Like, and the daughter comes in and is like, this isn't a trial. Like, what are you guys doing? Just hanging out? Like, what is
It was so fucking weird. It was so fucking weird. But yeah, the daughter shows up and you're like, okay, well, she has this information about her dad raping her. What are we going to do with that? Like, how does that free Dolores from killing this other lady? So I'm like trying to wait for it and it doesn't happen. And you're like, huh, like, so if it's that, we could have found anything for her to be like, oh, my mom was telling the truth.
Right.
But we did not do that.
We did not do that. No.
And by the way, the movie is 2 hours and it is long. It feels long.
But it works.
It does. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm looking at whatever else is here. Did the ring steal the well and the eclipse scene?
They might have, yes. They might have.
That was a pretty interesting thing.
It's interesting. And I'm so not like, I don't know. The older I get, I guess the more like feminist themes in movies kind of stick out to me and like I resonate to me. And so it's like this movie with the relationship between the mother and the daughter, that, speaking of Half-Baked, that one does kind of feel like weird and Half-Baked to me. Like, I don't know. It just didn't feel, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I loved it, but there was no like payoff to it, kind of like you said. Like, it's just, I don't know. And it's like weird. And you don't like get a lot of backstory as to like why Selena stopped talking to her mom or like what the catalyst to that was. Like, you don't know when they split ways.
Yeah.
But then you have the relationship between Vera and Dolores. That is just like
a very interesting relationship.
But that to me, like the older I get, I'm like, yeah, that's like womanhood. Like,
Yes.
swear to fucking God, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That scene fucking rocked. Or not that scene, but those moments rocked because Vera is painted as the worst woman on earth, and she knows that, and she does not give a fuck. So, props to Vera for that, because when Dolores applies for the job, when Dolores applies for the job, Vera's literally like, "Hey, I'm a fucking asshole. Are you good with that?" And Dolores was like, "Sure." And she was like, "Okay, buckle up."
And to be honest, well, she could have paid her more. Like, I'll give her that. But like, if I were filthy fucking rich, I would be like, yeah, I want someone here to like do my housework. I'm very specific about what the fuck I want. If you can't do that, then like you're not gonna fucking work here. But she's never like cruel to Dolores, you know?
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. And that's probably the way most businesses should run, you know. A boss telling people what to do, them doing their job.
Right.
Things like that. That's
correct.
Ideally a company.
I mean, you have Vera telling her. You have her saying 6 pins on the sheets. Like, she tells her what to do and how to do it.
Horror website companies.
Could use 6 pins. Yeah. They could use 6 pins.
Yeah, they can use something. They can use something. Put a fucking pin in their head. Hey, we got so you were talking Vera. Yeah, so Vera's so hard to work for. And then it becomes this like little respected relationship. And Vera shows signs of true empathy and caring when Dolores is like, my husband stole all my money, and like that was Selena's money, and he's an alcoholic and he beats me. And Vera goes on a monologue that is so fucking good, where she's like, hey, sometimes guys just die.
Which is so true.
And this was about when I had the thought, who is Lexi in this movie? Because I see her. There's a little Selena in her. There's a lot of Dolores in her. I'm going to be honest. I'm leaning more, you're Dolores. You are Dolores. Dolores is a nightmare to deal with.
Wait, Dolores or Vera?
Dolores.
Okay.
Vera too. I mean, you have some elements of Vera, but I think you're more of a Dolores. You're more of like if somebody's like, I need a hair sample, you're going to be like, why don't you come fucking get it from me? You got your scissors? Just get it over with already. Going to meet the judge and being like, I'll be representing myself. And him being like, are you sure about that?
You know what? I'm fine with that.
As I was watching it, I was like, because at first, you know, you have Selena, a writer, a little gothy-ish, but, you know, her own trauma, having to deal with a mother that, I don't know, some bad blood there, maybe. Both of them have pretty traumatic pasts. I was like, okay, Selena might be Lexi. And then Dolores just comes in and it's just like, hold my fucking beer. Let me give you the Lexi prototype for everybody.
But yeah, that's what, like, and especially, I don't know, like, I fucking love Dolores. Every woman in this is just like a diva. And
they are.
It's not like, I feel like present day women in these situations, or like in these power dynamics, I guess, are demonstrated very differently. And it's more so, it's done more like blatantly. And it's like, you know, like, we're making a point, like, women can fucking do whatever, women are strong, which is like great. But in this, it's a little more subdued. Yeah. And like, I just kind of love it. And like, there's the scene where Dolores tells Vera that like Selena's been getting like abused, and Vera asks very straightforwardly what exactly has occurred. Where I was like, whoa. But then I was like, you know what, though? I think that is the exact question I would have asked. Where it's like she's getting more and more worked up as like Dolores is like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. And she's just like, hey. Where it's like, oh yeah, no, that would want like just no grace to it. Like I get that. But it is like this, like it's just women caring about women and like caring about this younger girl. And it's not like this like ooey gooey emotional, you know.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was looking up her quotes. She goes, where is it? Husbands die every day, Dolores. Why, one is probably dying right now while you're sitting here weeping. They die and leave their wives their money. I should know, shouldn't I? Sometimes they're driving home from their mistress's apartment and their brakes suddenly fail. An accident, Dolores, can be an unhappy woman's best friend. Vera, fucking Vera, you dog. You fucking dog, Vera. I love Vera so much. And that's when I was like, oh, Vera might be Lexi.
Well, and it's just this fucking scene. Well, and there's the moment in the scene that's like, I don't know. What's her fucking last name? Vera's last name? Whatever her last name is. Dolores is like Miss Donovan, and she's like, women who weep in my sitting room call me Vera.
Yeah. Yeah. Call me by my Christian name.
Yeah, I love it. I love her. I love all of them.
I know. And then we get the line of all lines, which they love repeating. Sometimes, Dolores, sometimes you have to be a high-riding bitch to survive.
So true.
Sometimes being a bitch is all a woman has to hang on to.
The fact that Stephen King wrote that line.
That's fucking Stephen King. He's just like us. He's
just like us.
Man of the women. He knows chicks, baby. Yeah. I that rocks. But Vera and her actually have this like sweet kind of relationship, and Vera ends up leaving $1 million to Dolores Claiborne.
Well, yeah, and it's so funny because like because Dolores wants to run away with Selena when she finds out that like he's been sexually abusing her, and Vera's like, where the fuck are you gonna go with $3,000, girl? Like, what are we talking? You never left this fucking island. Like, where are you going? And that's when she's like, husbands die every day, and like she's just like, hey, Dolores, you're killing this man. Like Dolores like doesn't even say anything about it. And then they're having the eclipse party, and Vera's like, I'm gonna let you go home early. Dolores is like, what?
Yeah, that was wild. That was fucking wild. Like literally being like, you should go murder that guy right now.
But like, love it. Love it. But there's awesome. A scene, swear to God, there's a scene that the daughter comes back when she has like the flashback to the community room that the judge and the cops are hanging out in with Dolores and just talking essentially. And she comes back and is like, did my mom kill my dad? I don't know, maybe, but she didn't kill Vera. But she says these women loved each other. And I was like, were they lesbians?
That's what I thought too. That would have been a sick move.
Little twist.
That would have been I honestly thought they might have went there, but
I thought that's where we were going, but it's not. But it was just like, Selena was like, nobody cared if these two bitches lived or died. Like, why the fuck would my mom kill her?
I'm looking at all the quotes from this movie. They're so funny. Just Dolores constantly being like, Dolores constantly being like, I ain't gonna win any beauty pageants today.
What's the fucking line about the dime store or the dime?
The tiara?
No, the dime. The fucking dime on a string.
The dime?
She says something.
Wait. Oh, wait. Here it is. Bet the last time you were sorry was when you needed to use the pay toilet and the string on your pet dime broke. The fuck does that mean? That is the most Stephen King shit of all time.
I love
The
that.
string on your pet dime broke.
It's so fucking funny.
Fucking pay toilets.
It's so funny. But yeah, it is just weird. And it's like, I don't know. And then it just kind of ends.
It does. Okay. So I'm so glad you said that because that's what I had written down, but I was like, maybe I missed something. No.
It just ends.
It just ends. And that's it. Because that's the psychological thriller. There's no like real vindication. It's just like mystery solved-ish.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little
So like what? Did Dolores like move into Vera's house and like Selena became the top reporter in the country? Is that what we want to think happened? Because that's what I want to think.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do that.
Reboot Dolores Claiborne.
Dolores Claiborne fucking
Reboot Dolores Claiborne but now Selena killed her husband for something and she calls her mom and is like, it happened to me too. Like my husband, I did come and then we're rebooted and we're back and Dolores Claiborne is like handling this. I love it.
Dolores Claiborne is also a terrible nurse in both this and in Misery. She is the worst nurses you could have here are not doing so well. Did not pass their boards, I don't think.
And I'm obsessed with the idea because Vera, she's charged for Vera's murder because Vera throws herself down a flight of stairs because she can't walk anymore. She's miserable. She's pissing herself. So she just is like, I'm done, and tosses herself down a flight of stairs, but it doesn't finish the job. So she's like, Dolores, man, like finish me off, like seriously. So then she just starts like fiddling around the kitchen trying to find something. A rolling pin? Like just suffocate her with a pillow.
Dude, just kick her in the head.
Well, in that scene, like, in the scene where she's like scurrying through the kitchen to like find something to finish Vera off with, it's like a weird like family comedy score of like everything's going wrong in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
It was so weird. Like blink, blink. It was so fucking bizarre. It was fucking bizarre. Dolores Claiborne loved it. Loved it. Big fan. I was not expecting to be, honestly. But it was so good.
It was so fucking good. And moving right along, Dolores Claiborne starts with like the I Know What You Did Last Summer pan over the water. Guess what? Secret Window starts the exact same way.
Yeah. Secret Window. Let's talk about Secret Window here for a second.
Let's talk about it.
Secret Window was released in 2004. I actually had seen this movie. I realized it while I was watching it. Did not remember anything. March 12th, 2004. $40 million budget, $92 million box office. I feel like this was just at the... this was like that comeback for Johnny Depp, 2004. I feel like. Because then he does Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005. Corpse Bride, 2005. Sleepy Hollow was 99. So this was kind of like his kickback into the biz, because I feel like he was out of it for a little while.
There is a fly in my room that came down here earlier today, and I tried to kill it and didn't, and now it's just like circling me and like holding on to that.
Back.
Well, yeah, because I tried to kill it and it skirted out of the way like they do, and now it's literally just like keeps coming at me because it knows I tried to kill it.
No, that's not what it's doing. They're just stupid, mindless bugs. There's nothing more to it than that. So Secret Window is the dark half.
It is, yeah, exactly.
To a fucking T. The fact that it was not just based on the dark half, which I had to double check because I was like, wait, was this adapted from the same story? Nope, there's a different story. Secret Window, Secret Garden by Stephen King that this is based on. It's shocking how similar these two are. It is the same movie. It is the same story. This guy is something else as Stephen King.
It's fucking crazy how it is exactly the same story. Like,
we get another writer in Maine.
mm-hmm.
Starts having weird visions. And it's even his housekeeper at the beginning basically tells you the plot of The Dark Half when she's like, your book's here. And he's like, that's not my book, because as we learn, a guy named, what the fuck is that guy's name?
George Dart. Oh,
George. Wait, what's his name? No,
wait,
I'm talking about
Secret Window.
John Shooter. That's the name. John Shooter. And he's like, no, this guy, John Shooter, shows up and it's like, hey, you stole my book. And Johnny Depp's like, I did not steal your book. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to come back and I'm going to fucking kill you. And Johnny Depp's like, okay, sounds good. And then he leaves a copy of his book that he claims Johnny Depp stole. And the housekeeper finds it and is like, here's your book. And he's like, that's not mine. She's like, well, I thought it was a pen name you went by. Yeah, I heard it. You didn't have to turn up the volume.
Correct, yeah.
Biting into corn is the worst sound effect for a drop, but it's awesome. So she even sets up this whole pen name thing. John Shooter is played by John Turturro, which is kind of crazy too. And our boy Timothy Hutton is back as Ted. But yeah, so Johnny Depp is a writer. He has an ex-wife who has already moved in with some feller. That'll play a part in this. A lot of flashbacks also. A lot of flashbacks. No, not a lot, I guess. Just some flashbacks to different things that have happened and occurred that kind of led us here. He is a writer. He is an alcoholic. Sound familiar?
A little bit.
A little bit. Maine has more writers than any place on earth, according to Stephen King. It is like the working class position in Maine. Everyone's just writing.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, yeah. And it's like every writer I know that I'm like friends with, or like growing up, it was like, I want to live in Maine and just like write.
Also, John Turturro, John Shooter, has a Mississippi accent that is fucking ridiculous.
And it's also like blends with a New England accent.
It is, but this movie does not take place in Maine.
Where are we?
We are in New York.
Oh.
I know. Why not just use Maine? I don't understand. Bring us to Maine. I don't like it. I mean, thankfully.
Yeah. It's because he didn't want to remake The Dark Half.
Well, that's what he changed. He was like, this one's in New York. But the book takes place in Maine, so doesn't matter. Anyway, that night, Johnny Depp's... Oh, wait, no. First, Turturro shows up again and is like, hey, you stole my fucking book. I don't even know what Turturro wants, but he just keeps showing up to be like, you stole my book and you didn't even make a good ending.
Steven, we get it.
And Johnny Depp's just like, hey, man, I wrote this in 94. It was published in a magazine, and John Turturro's like, well, how am I supposed to find that? So Johnny Depp is like, all right, I'll get it for you and show it to you. And fucking Turturro's like, okay, I'll be back in 3 days. Our Judd. 3 days, I will see you.
He is our Judd.
Yeah, that night he kills his dog, leaves a note that says, see you in 3 days, which... I think Johnny got the message, but that's all right. So Johnny calls his lawyer, who's also like, I guess his bodyguard, because Johnny's like, hey, this guy wants to fucking kill me. And he's like, all right, I'll come up there and straighten him out. What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? But anyway, that guy dies to a screwdriver. Also, very similar to the dark half was the single weapon.
Right.
Which is interesting because that stood out in the dark half. He always used a straight razor.
Yeah.
And in this one, to really mix things up, Stephen King was like, it was probably written, first draft was probably like straight razor. And then publisher was like, hey, you already published this book. And he was like, hang on one second. And just crossed out straight razor and wrote screwdriver. And that was his weapon of choice throughout the movie.
Yeah, of all of his stories that have the same themes, Secret Window and Dark Half is like the most egregious.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Does Johnny Depp rock?
He's Johnny Depp.
I feel like Johnny Depp here's the thing with Johnny Depp. Some days you're like, that guy's so fucking annoying. Because how does he have a British accent now? Like, what happened? Why did you grow a British accent in the mid 2000s when you did Pirates of the Caribbean? You just kept talking like that. It's fucking crazy. That's fucking nuts. That's when you hate him. But then you watch him in a weird ass role like this, and you're like, Johnny Depp kind of fucking rocks. Like, why is he doing this movie?
And this era of Johnny Depp is how Johnny Depp looks to me forever.
This is his best era.
This is just like what I know him as, like looking like this.
His look in Nightmare on Elm Street like skeeves me out. I don't know why.
You out.
Skeets me out. Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's a good bit. Anyway, but I love Johnny Depp in this for a lot of reasons, but the one scene that really stood out was when the house burns down, his old house burns down where his ex-wife lives, but he still owns it, so they have to go to like a lawyer, and his ex-wife's boyfriend Ted is there, Timothy Hutton. And Johnny Depp is just screaming rubbernecker at him, just being like, rubbernecker.
I cannot even fucking imagine. What? She cheated on him, right?
That's true, yeah.
She got the house, and then she moves her bow hunk in. I'd be doing the same shit Johnny Depp's doing.
Yeah. Well, hey, Johnny Depp with a little, I know this is your favorite, a little Snoopy reference from Johnny Depp. When his ex-wife is like, she describes him being not in the house in the most bizarre way, because he's like, is Ted there? And she's like, we're not together. And Johnny Depp goes, well, look at me doing a little Snoopy dance. You're like, what in the world? And then she's like, what are you, an asshole? He's just not here. Like, who the fuck would phrase that as we're not together? It's fucking nuts.
I feel like a lot of women in your life would.
Yeah, probably. I did a little Snoopy dance.
And he has like these caramel highlights in this movie.
Oh, he does. It's a look. It's a look. He's a good looking fella, man. I like him in this. He's fun.
Yeah.
All right. So Shooter does this. He also threatens to burn down his wife's house, which does happen, as I mentioned. So Shooter just getting things done, baby. And then Johnny Depp finds his friends, his lawyer, and a townie named Tom Greenleaf, which I was just saying this the other day. It's so funny because sometimes Stephen King has some like fucking great names, like Derry, right? Like Derry's such a good name. Like you couldn't think of a better town for it to take place in than Derry. Like, I fucking love that. Castle Rock is cool. Fucking Shawshank Prison.
Which gets mentioned in Dolores Claiborne.
It does, yeah.
Shawshank.
And so he's got these cool names, and then other times he's like Tom Greenleaf. And you're like, okay. God. You're like, okay. I got it. Like
Tom Greenleaf
is crazy. It's
great.
What was it? Little Big Pines was the island that don't. What are we doing? Steven, God damn it.
I mean,
doing?
You can do whatever you want when you're the writer.
Yeah. Tom Greenleaf. But like those names all have like his DNA in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one else is naming a character Tom Greenleaf. And when you hear it, you'd probably be like, that sounds like a fucking Stephen King character.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy that he has like made this niche for himself. Niche?
I say niche.
Niche is the word, but anyway, who cares? I'm exhausted. I'm trying to get through this. What were you going to say?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Johnny Depp finally gets the magazine he also pushes that car into the lake for some reason because Shooter's like, I killed him with your screwdriver. Better hide the evidence. So he does.
Really good shooter.
And then, so he gets the magazine, but all the pages are cut out. You're like, oh no, what's happening here? And then he goes inside, puts on Shooter's hat, and then we get full-blown dark half as Johnny is fully talking to himself. Not just in here, not in the old noodle, but also to a person that is in the room with him. That is Johnny Depp. There's 2 Johnny Depps in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just have to say it because I just thought it was so good. In that scene, Johnny Depp is just wearing regular clothes, and his vision is wearing the same outfit. And then he puts on the robe with the other Johnny there. Johnny doesn't
his dark half in the room.
His dark half. And then it kind of cuts away and cuts back. And then he's got the robe on. The vision has the robe on. And I was like, I fucking love that for some reason. I don't know why.
It's good.
But he tells him, there is no John Shooter. Never has been. You invented him. You are John Shooter. Dun, 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 which we all fucking knew from the beginning of this movie. There's never been anything more obvious. It's so crazy. But my favorite thing is it cuts to a flashback of Johnny Depp trying the shooter hat on at like a flea market. And he's in the mirror and he just goes, look at me. I'm a dairy farmer from Mississippi. And that's the birth of John Shooter.
I'm like one bad day away from that.
His dark half is born from him at a farmer's market trying on a hat and being like, look at me, a little goofball. I'm a dairy farmer from Mississippi.
I could see that for you though.
100%. If I ever snapped, it would for sure be this alter ego that I like made up. But it's probably the judge on the show, FYI. So. If you ever see a story about a judge going around just fucking pummeling people with a gavel, it's me. Just doing my dark half, and the gavel will be my weapon. His ex-wife shows up, worried about him, but Shooter gets her. Ted shows up, Shooter gets him. And you're like, what's going to happen here, right? They're knocked out. What happens next? Well, I'll tell you what happens next. We go to Johnny Depp at the grocery store where everyone hates him and he has braces and is saying things like...
Are the braces explained?
No. Well, and I have a note about that. Johnny Depp has these braces and he goes, braces, points to him. And he goes, just trying to get things straightened out. The braces.
I've met that guy at the grocery store.
My favorite was the Google AI overview when because I was searching for Johnny Depp braces to see if he had to get them or something. In the movie Secret Window, Johnny Depp wears braces as part of his character, Mort Rainey's appearance for a brief, unexplained period, with a noticeable moment being his attempt to eat corn on the cob while wearing them. The reason for the braces is never explained in the film, and some viewers consider it baffling. That was AI's interpretation of it.
Do you see this?
What is it? The monkey?
No, on my lampshade.
No. Oh, the fly?
That's not a fly. I don't know what it is.
Oh, well, we got to finish this episode, so deal with it after. Is it a bug?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, it just flew.
No, that's the fly. It's a separate thing. Now the fly and it are coordinating.
Coordinating an attack. He called in reinforcements.
We gotta hurry this up.
Well, Johnny Depp goes to the store, and turns out everyone hates his guts. And it's because the cop shows up to his house and is like, hey, you and I both know what you did. I'm going to find out. We're going to arrest you. But until then, could you just not ever leave your house? and Johnny Depp is like, oh, okay. And then, but what's crazy is he has these braces, he's eating corn, and he goes, the only thing that matters is the ending. And this one's perfect. You're like, oh. He bites into his corn. And then it cuts to the cornfield, and we assume that he has killed his ex-wife and her boyfriend and buried them in the cornfield.
Good for him.
Would have taken a while to grow corn, but whatever. An alternate ending was included on the home media release, explicitly showing both Ted's and Amy's dead bodies underneath the corn patch. All right.
Not bad.
Timothy Hutton is in this as Ted. Charles Dutton is in it in the sheriff. Think they got any mix-ups on the set? Any gaffes, any goofs on the set mixing up the names? A 2004 adaptation called Secret Window. Oh, I don't know why I'm reading that. The storyline of the movie differs from that of the novel, most notably in their respective endings. In the movie, Mort kills his wife and her lover, while in the novel, he is killed before he gets a chance to do so. That's interesting. The film's ending is different in the novella. It also revealed that through supernatural force. So this is even crazier for the dark half. In the novel, it's also revealed that through supernatural forces, the fictional John Shooter had manifested and come to life from Mort's imagination and really was the one to commit the murders and the arson.
That's the dark half.
That is and that's in the novel. And that's crazy.
That's just the dark half. Literally the dark, that's plagiarizing yourself, which I guess, yeah.
Is that part of this? Wait, is this a whole thing? Is this a whole thing?
Is that... Did we just crack the code? Everyone else is like, well, yeah, of course.
Steven talks about that all the time. That's interesting.
Right? That's what it is.
King has been a subject of unfounded accusations of plagiarism. A woman claimed that King stole several of her story ideas and based characters from his books on her. All of her cases have been dismissed. In another incident, a deranged man broke into King's home and when discovered by King's wife, claimed that King stole the plot of Misery from the intruder's aunt. I love that he's giving up his aunt on criminal charges. Hey, my aunt did that. My aunt took a man and locked him in a bedroom and broke his fucking legs so he couldn't walk. That was my family.
Well, I think we're getting our wires crossed here because the movie is about The movie, The Secret Window, is about a manifestation of an alter ego within himself about who plagiarized his own story. And this is Stephen King writing The Dark Half again and being like, you didn't write that. Like,
right.
What year did The Dark Half get written? I wrote that in 94.
I was just going to look this up. Okay. So 1990 was 4 Past Midnight, which not The Dark Half, Secret Window is from 4 Past Midnight. So that's 1990. And then The Dark Half was when? We talked about it. Dark Half.
Graveyard Shift was 1970.
1989, The Dark Half. He wrote these
a year apart
of each other?
The same story. What is going on? We need to do a Hollyweird deep dive on this.
We need to figure this out. That's so crazy. Imagine being that famous of an author at that point where you're like, here's my novella. And then people are like, this was great. And he's like, I know. Here's my novel. It's just the same fucking story. That's so fucking crazy.
To have Timothy Hutton in both of them.
That's the other crazy part. That is also.
We need to talk to someone who directed Secret Window.
Good question. Let me pull that. Wait, was it the Tyler Hackford? Or no, that was I think that was Dolores. David Cope.
Is he dead?
No, he is very much alive and very famous.
God damn it.
Some of his best-known screenplays include Jurassic Park, Lost World, War of the Worlds, Indiana Jones, and the Crystal Skull.
David Koepp directed Secret Window?
Yes.
What is going on with this movie? There is a lot that needs to be discovered here.
Oh, he directed Stir of Echoes.
What's going on?
Hey, this guy's writing credits might be the greatest writing credits of all time.
Better than Stephen King?
Well, yeah, Stephen King didn't write his movies, most of them. He wrote Death Becomes Her, too.
David Cope, we're coming for you.
He wrote the Spider-Man movie. What the fuck? This guy's just a fucking money printing machine. This guy's got to be fucking millionaire 10 times over.
Let's fucking wrap this up. I'm overstimulated.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Okay, anywho. That's how it ends. That's it. It's The Dark Half, and there you have it.
There you have it.
Timothy Hutton, Charles Dutton. Hutton v. Dutton.
Hutton v. Dutton.
Trying to think of
get out of here.
I can't put one together. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Patreon.com/IHateHorror. We're going to have new stickers very soon. We're going to have a new episode for Stephen King month very soon. And depending on my work schedule.
So hard.
Oh, she's playing me out like the Oscars.
Damn! The graveyard.
Patreon.com/IHateHorror. Instagram at IHateHorror. Yeah, thank you all for listening. Thanks for the support. Thanks to Lexi. And for Lexi, this is Sean. Stay Hollyweird, baby. Free call. Oh, should I do Stay Hollyweird?
As this fucking show.
Should I do Stay Weird in John Shooter's voice? Stay weird.